My name is Layla Swart. I am a producer and editor and owner of multi-award-winning production house Yellowbone Entertainment.
Amazing. So like I said, I'm proud of you. Congratulations for being one of the 30 women that have had a change in the past 30 years in South Africa. How do you feel about that?
Sure, it was really, really huge. I think the past couple of years have been really tough, I think for everybody in the film industry, because we're navigating so many changes. And oftentimes you feel like you're not doing something right. You feel like, your hard work is not recognized. So that was a huge recognition for me, and it's such an honor for me to be one of those 30 women and to have my name alongside all these other women that I really, really admire was really, really profound. And I'm deeply humbled by it.
When you look back at your journey, did you ever think that your career would be where you are today?
No, I think I was just full of dreams and hopes at that stage. I didn't really understand what the industry took or required. I think at that time it was just, I want to be a storyteller, I want to be involved in this world without fully comprehending what it takes to succeed in this world. So I think leaving there, I was very naive, I was very hopeful, but I was definitely determined and definitely clear in terms of the path that I wanted to take. And I don't think I've strayed from that path, at least professionally, yet.
Yeah, and with some of the stories that you've created, how did that influence your approach for your future projects?
I think, so Knuckle City was the second feature film that I produced. The first was Sew the Winter to My Skin. And I think what I've repeatedly affirmed on my journey is that I really want to be involved in authentic storytelling. Authenticity for me, I think, comes above anything else. And absolutely finding and supporting artists who are seeking truth in their work. It's been an interesting navigation because Queenstown Kings was the first Netflix partnership, and as we know, Netflix is really, really big on commercialization and making sure that a big audience watches your films. So it was an interesting test to say, okay, how do we make a film that retains that authenticity and retains that honesty and is true to where it comes from, but can still appeal to a large audience. So I think as I grow and as the films come, there's always an evolution of intent. So it is always assessing what is required from this particular product. But if I look at what the core has remained, it's truth. And it's ensuring that I'm supporting artists who want to tell their truth.
How has having more women in these decision-making roles changed the type of stories that are being told in our film and TV space?
I think it's absolutely critical that we have more women in these decision-making roles. And how does it shape the types of stories that are being told? I think you can evidently see it when there are women involved or behind projects. You'll saying yes to or seeing projects that are women-focused, that have a female perspective, that encourage an authenticity and truth from a woman's point of view. Something that's very important to me is I'm currently doing a female filmmaker slate, which will see 30 films by 30 women over the next 3 years. This is also a big struggle because there's also not a lot of opportunity in the development space to raise funds right now. I think investors are quite scared at the moment in terms of the film and television sector. So it's been really challenging to try and raise the money to give these women the right opportunity to tell the stories the way they want to tell it and of a certain level. But I have found more fulfillment in doing that than anything else in my career so far. We have shot half of the first year of the films already in the KwaZulu-Natal province, Western Cape province and Eastern Cape province. And just being able to do that, being able to say, okay, let me utilize the acumen that I've picked up over the years to be able to give space for other women to tell their stories has been phenomenal. And then witnessing these stories, because what we did was we kind of went on like a development training program with these women to hone in on the kinds of stories that they wanted to tell. And it was beautiful and freeing to not have to be telling these stories specifically for a platform. So there was no focus or control mechanisms in terms of the kinds of stories that they could tell. They could just explore the stories in their own voice, in their own way, which is a lot of freedom which you don't usually get, So doing that really opened my eyes up also to the types of issues that are important to women and differ so vastly from the types of issues that are important to men and the masculine gaze that we perpetually see on our screens. Even in its subtleties, there are differences. And I think the more that those differences are explored and the more that women have an opportunity to voice their stories, the more we become conscious and aware of those issues and those dreams and those hopes. And therefore we inspire other women, and so it goes.
And what's been your most proud moment to date?
Sure. My most proud moment, I think, was probably 2 days ago when I was fortunate to be honored as one of the 30 women who have contributed to transformation in 30 years of democracy. And I think it's proud because I've received a lot of accolades and awards for the work that I do, whether it be editing or producing. But this was the first time I've gotten such a big award for the person that I am and the intentions that I have and the integrity that I hold dear. So very recently, I think that is to date my proudest moment.
Yeah, amazing. Layla,
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you making time for this interview today. Thank you.
Of course, always for you.
Thank you.